welcome, you amazing person. I am Rob, the Man Gaming Guy. Today is a very special day. I have finally leveled up in the automation community. All thanks to the amazing guy, BeamNG.Drive. You, sir, oh, legend. Thank you very much for bringing this amazing bit of code to our lighting. What I'm talking about is BeamNG.Drive has got a beautiful community on his Discord, because someone's come along and posted a bit of code in one of his chat things. You have to go over to Philman's video if you want to get the full lowdown. But basically, this code allows us to manipulate our steering wheels and some gadgets and basically other things that we desire to do as a prop in the game. Oh, I'm so excited. I've copied this code and I've put it into the car. Now I've got working wheels. Well, I say that. It took me about 3 hours of going back and forth, dialing in the numbers to make sure the needles work properly on the gauges. And yeah, super happy about it. Super excited now that I've got working steering wheels and I didn't have to go in Blender and do some crazy coding. I'm sorry, Philman. I feel this is a lot more easier for someone like me to achieve than to have to go into Blender and learn a whole new program just to try and get a wheel to work. This is a lot more user-friendly, and I hope they implement it a bit better in the future with automation. Maybe like a copy and drag sort of coding, or maybe it does it for you. I don't know. Automation, we'll leave it down to you guys. But yeah, I'm super happy to show you this car. It's very sporty, it's very sex spec, it's very me, it's very fast, it's very fun to drive. And I think we need to go have a look at it, don't we? You need to see this car. So again, thank you, Philman. You're a legend for making this knowledge aware to us. If no one's subscribed to BeamNG.Drive, I recommend you go to subscribe and give him a bit of support if you love the community, the BeamNG automation community. He does a lot for us. If you can't sit there and watch his videos, help his subscribe count go up, because he deserves it. Thanks again, Philman. Here's the car in automation. Like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. I'll see you later on. And here we are in the fantastic game that is Automation, the car company tycoon game. It's going to be a little bit different today. As I've always said, we have managed to do some special things that has proven us a level up status. And that is a working steering wheel. Yes, we finally got it. We finally got a working steering wheel. But not only have we got a working steering wheel, I also went a bit crazy and put in some custom gauges. We've got custom rev and speedo at the moment. They're looking very nice. I did the colors myself. They do glow up. And when we put the lights on, I'm pretty sure this should work. Hey! And it all goes for the stereo and stuff that also lights up, which is pretty spanky. I'm really happy with the outcome of that. And I hope you guys are even more excited now to drive my cars around. So this car, it looks like an RX-7. Let's not beat around the bush. But it hasn't got a rotary engine. I'm sorry to say, this game does not have rotary engines, and I do not feel like saying it's got a rotary engine when it hasn't. I'd have to do some coding to put a proper one in, and that's just not happening right now, unfortunately. So let's have a quick dive, shall we, into what this car looks like and performs like, and what sort of things it's got underneath. I really enjoyed what I did last time with my spec theme, spec, and I thought I'd do sort of the same with this one. So the bodywork is very, you know, noughties. It's a very noughties vibe, very late 90s, early noughties sort of car design. Two-tone, metallic sort of paint job, see-through lights, tinted back window. Yeah, I've got a little bit more I want to do in the interior yet. It's only basic at the moment, but I'm going to colour theme it the same as the outside. Put a few more glowing things on there, a few more stuff in the dash. But yeah, for now, I'm happy to release this one as a fun car to play with. So keep an eye out on the repository, because I have a good collection of cars on there now, and this will be one of them. Let's stop yabbering on and let's go through the stats quickly, shall we? So then we can see this thing bezz around my bypass on the UK themed map that I'm working on. Here's the bodies. It's a Beam 1983 coupe. Front engined, 2.68 meter wheelbase. That's really all we need to know from that. Chassis stuff. There's it about his paint job as it just comes. We've got partial aluminium panel material, semi-space frame chassis, and it's aluminium chassis material. Front longitude engine, the way we want our engines to go. Even though I'm very thankful for John Cooper, who first ever put a transverse engine in there and saved a lot of space, and then gave us the amazing car that is the classic Mini. One of the best cars of all time, ever. I mean, like, ever. You may say, oh, we got a Ferrari. No. Classic Mini is one of the best cars ever made, hands down. You can't deny it. Most bare minimum that you need, most biggest car you need if you want to have fun and buzz around and enjoy yourself. Double wishbone on front, double wishbone on the rear. And the quality settings are 15 and 15 in the sandbox. The engine we put in was a V6 magnesium block, 3 litre dual overhead cam, full valve aluminium silicon head material. That was a lot. 573 brake horsepower and 419 newton meters of torque. And we're getting up to 9,900 revs per minute. I suppose it's a good point to say that my car graphics only goes up to 9,000. I'm going to change it so it just goes past the rev limiter, which you would got back in the day. If a car improved its engine stuff and then didn't change its UI, you would end up with it just not reading. Like you see it sometimes when Misha goes down the Nürburgring, and some of the cars they just go beyond the speedo limit because the car wasn't meant to go that fast originally. Yeah, so it's 3 litre, crank is bullet heavy steel. Everything's just high end on the engine, I'm pretty sure. And then I just tuned it really well. Tuned it perfectly to get a very stress-free and happy engine. We've got VVT, VVL. No point going for those stats because they all change depending on the engine and the way you want to tune it. It's naturally aspirated, so no turbocharger. Direct injection, it's per cylinder, it's race manifold. It's running ultimate fuel, 100 RON. Everything's all advanced upwards. We've got tubular race headers. It's dual exhaust, so that's nice to know. Bypass valves. They need to implement the old bypass valves so you can make the car quiet and loud whenever you want to do that. That's quite fun. That'll be quite a good mod to see. Catalytic converter, high flow freeway as always. We do have a straight through muffler on the first one, and the second one is baffled. So yeah, there's the engine. Nothing really more to go on about that. It weighs 126 kilograms. It's got 100 throttle response, whatever that means. I just know it means the car will respond when you put your foot down, which is very important. Fuel economy is actually not too bad by the looks of it. Good fuel economy. Material costs, not too shabby. Yeah, we're happy with that. Good outcome, I think, for the engine. So yeah. Already looked at the body, don't need to do that. Morphing wise, I didn't morph it loads. I could have probably put wider body kit on, but I like the non-wide body kits at the moment in this game. This seems to work better. You start to shove the body out too much and the wheels just seem to bump through the body. At least when it's close to the car, you've got all this travel space. Whereas I put the wheel out now, all the way out, it would only have this much travel space, which isn't very good when you've got a car that does over 200 miles an hour, because the downforce will just soon push the car through the floor, basically. A nice two-tone paint job, very happy with that. Pictures, 1, 2, possibly 3 lots of downforce, maybe just 2. I think it's 2, you know, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, I reckon. As in fixtures that will apply some downforce. If you don't know, any lip, any spoiler, or any wing will implement some sort of downforce for your car. Rear-wheel drive, manual 5-speed. It does 221 miles per hour. 53 in first gear, and we've spaced it down a little bit, make it a bit more sporty. Clutch race LSD. I do love the way this car looks. It just looks very sporty, doesn't it? It looks like that tuner's car. Radial tyre type, sports compound tyres. It's 25. So we're running square wheels, which is pretty normal. 18-inch, which is pretty damn normal. 45 walls, which is pretty damn normal, especially for that era. You got to think tyres are only getting better and better every year. In the 90s and noughties, they weren't as grippy as they are now. And 18s was big. 18 was a big wheel size. Didn't have SUVs driving around everywhere. This was the era when the roads were better, when no Muppets were driving around, and giant was 4x4s and SUVs, and basically just people wanting to be in a bigger car because they feel safer. Just by putting everyone else at risk, covering with water spray when you're behind them in a car or something. I don't know. It's just my nut in the way the roads are now. Rather than things getting smaller, they all got bigger. It's annoying. Vented discs on the front and back. The year of this car, by the way, is only 2000, so I did try and keep the technology of the car in the right era. I don't think we're meant to have ceramic, carbon ceramic discs available. I'm pretty sure that's a bug, but we'll ignore that. We've cranked the disc right up to the maximum size, and we've played about with all the settings to get a nice even balance. It still locks up. I don't know why. It shouldn't be locking up, but yeah, it does lock up if you push the brakes down too hard. I suppose we haven't got ABS. Maybe that's why. I do turn it off a lot. But I wouldn't expect it to lock up as much as it does, but it's bearable. It's manageable. Under tray is flow optimized. I think that's fair enough for the area I was going for. Downforce is mentally more on the rear than it is the front, but it's fine. It controls, it still digs into corners. It does have a little bit understeer actually in bigger corners, but not too much. Pretty respectable 1.32 Gs in a 200 meter circle when you're taking a corner. 99.9 sportiness, 92.5 drivability. We do have some cornering with brake flow. Quality settings are cranked right up, remember. Only 2 seats in this car. Race premium CD player. I even changed that to a CD player. I think that would have been more period correct. And race interior, which it has got. I am going to make it a bit more racy and a bit more customized. So that'd be cool. Maybe we'll do a part 2 of this car. I'm pretty sure I still got part 2 of the other car to come out yet. Still got to put the interior in, so I can't wait to do that. A rack and pin steering, and we do have traction aids added, but I take them off. Whenever you see me driving in BeamNG, I have no aids whatsoever turned on. Safety standards, lightness has been cranked up, weight distribution has been ripped back down, and weight distribution, as I like to have a look at that after we just spoke about it, is 53 in the front, 47 in the rear, so almost 50-50 weight, which can be, you know, just some smart tuning will affect the weight enough for you not even to realise that it's not 100% in the middle. But it's definitely manageable, that is for sure. We've done driving aids, haven't we? Suspension. Yeah, I'll give it a 90s tune. It's not completely slammed, but it's not completely bouncy. Active sport, adaptive dampers, and passive sway bar. I think I clicked sport settings and then did a lot of jiggering about with that. We have got 100.6 sportiness, which if we go over here, which is one of my favourite places to look at. Drivability 63 and sportiness 101. Gearing's pretty bad and grit's pretty bad apparently. I didn't realise that. So we can make this car a bit better, but I suppose it's a bit more period correct if we leave it the way it is. And someone's doing some drilling in the background. I hope you can't hear it. Anyway, how did I get working steering wheel and other gauges? Well, it's all big thanks to who I mentioned earlier on, Filman86. What a legend. Thank you for bringing this to our awareness. Well, it's actually his community as well. We have to thank his community, the ones that posted the code in there. But basically, I'll probably do a more detailed video of how I got to all this, and I'm going to have this in the description if you want to copy and paste it into yours. But we're going to the trim description. We've put some code in, this code to be precise, and yeah, it took a lot of going back and forth to get what I wanted, and I'm going to change it still. The wheel's set to 1,000. I think mine needs to be set to more 540. Because that's what my wheel is more or less set up to. Not super big like drifter style, like 900, but not super tight like the cheaty style of 280, I think it is. I think that's what some people put their steerings to. No, I think that would probably be more sensible for me. And this probably needs to be the right number, because when it maxes out in the rev gauge, we have a quick look at this rev gauge. It only goes to 9, which mine revs to 9.9. So if this went to 10, make a bit more sense. But I'm hoping now I've changed that. I'm hoping the rev limiter will just go beyond the revs, basically. I want it to break that. This car only does 240, so it won't break this speed. It'd be nice, I suppose, if this was only about 200, and then you would never know how fast you're going. Basically, it's more realistic to the customized area. But cool. I have got some more trick and tips, actually, so maybe I'll do another tutorial soon, or fun things to know. Because I have got my rear view mirror set up properly, and the side one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the side one's set up properly. Mostly. I need to maybe refine them a little bit. But it's to do with that light. You see that light there? That's a center point. You want to get your car in its drive position, which you'd normally go on here. And then you'd find, where's that camera? Where are you? This thing. That gives you a little camera down here. And I basically want to be setting up the dots. So when you're in your driving position, you can see perfectly at the back. And this works in game. When you're driving around, you will see the cars behind you. So yeah, pretty damn cool. I have only got the revs per minute and the speedo wheel working and the steering wheel working. I reckon you can use this. You heard it here first, to do pop-up headlights. I reckon you can use this code if you find the right one that is activated when the lights turn on. I don't see why not. You can turn the lights on and have the headlights pop up. Bit of a risky one to call, but I think it might be possible. Now around the racetrack, I don't think we did amazingly well. I think it's underneath 2 minutes still, so it's respectable. Definitely respectable. Consider it's a car from the 2000s as well. Yeah, 157. It's respectable. I'm happy with that. Not too many warnings, which is always nice to see. Here's the stats if you want to pause it, if there's anything else I've missed that you guys like to read. Yeah, keep an eye out for a new tutorial where I'll talk a bit more in depth about this, I think. But that's more or less me showing you my level up status has now been achieved by a bit of code, which I'm super, super happy about. That's why. I was wondering why I was still stuck in that camera view. So there you have it. You've seen how I have leveled up in the automation world. Super excited times. We're now going to take the car over to BeamNG.Drive, where we're going to give it a test spin, I guess. I've created a short film for you, and this time is in the night, as we've got some headlights that work and the tail lights aren't too dodgy. And now we've got working dials that glow up and a steering wheel that moves. I'm so happy. Basically, we're going to be doing a nighttime video in this one. Normally they're daytime. My PC is not the best, so the graphics are a bit sketchy, and also BeamNG map maker has got some issues at the moment with shadows and projected light. You'll see what I mean when I'm driving around, but I still kept it on there just because it adds to the atmosphere when it does work. So enjoy. I'll see you at the end of the video. So there you have it. There's my little short clip of the amazing car that I've just made. I hope you guys are really excited to test this one out, because I will be putting it in the repository when I've sorted out some fine little kinks and I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm going to do the interior, like I said, and a bit more of a, to match the outside, basically. I'm going to do that, and then I'll put it in the repository for you. I hope you liked it. I'm really happy about my leveling up, so please say congratulations in the comments for finding a video to watch that showed you how to do something. Is that achievement? I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Keep it real, stay safe, share that love. Bye-bye.